321 Media is about so much more than sports. It's about community. On 321 Media, you never have to miss a game. You can watch on your phone, on your TV, and anywhere.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
Welcome to the 165th meeting between, Westerly and Stonington. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm Ken Collins, Dan LaBelle alongside. Just got through listening to the 321 Media pregame, and job well done by not only Ben, but Greg Moreno in there, and Greg got all the numbers you want on Westerly. I'll tell you right now, such a loyal Bulldog supporter, and also our friend from the wireless zone.
Our shout out to our guy Patrick down at the wireless zone, Dunn's Corners down Westerly.
And thanks for that little mention this morning. We caught it. Actually, what I said, slip my name in there just for him to Patrick.
Yep.
But anyhow, what a beautiful morning. It's in the 40s. I think it's probably about 45 degrees. We're here at Sala Jury Field, which is beautiful. And, you know, from doing these games all these years and being able to look down at the field and see numbers and lines, so you know exactly where the ball is. The transition, just so you get a little bit of idea, Dan. They got those orange things across the way, like at the 40, the 50, the 40, the 50, the 30. You see them?
Yep.
Well, back in the day, that's all they had to find out where the ball was. Well, let me tell you something. After the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game, there was not any of those orange things in sight. They all got knocked around, out of the way, so you just had to sort of guess.
So that's what you were referring to the other night at the banquet when you said, hey, I just guess sometimes. They had no idea what I was talking about sometimes, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, Sala Jury Field here. Beautiful upgrade to this field that they've done. One of the best fields, I think, in the state. Just great athletic programs over here and great facilities as well. This should be a good one between the Bears and the Bulldogs. 165th meeting. It's my first time being on hand for one of these games as well, which I'm really excited for. And of course, to be able to be here with my grandfather as well. Very special moment for me today as well.
Let me just say one thing about that, Dan, before we get started here, just so I just want to let everyone know that I've retired probably 5 times, but this will be the last time that I will be doing play-by-play of Thanksgiving Day games. I might be here in other capacities, but you know, we got a gentleman that does a lot of the Bulldog games. Greg Moreno does a great job, and Greg did the pregame show this morning.
Yep.
Did a great job allowing me to be able to do this game. So this would be my finale for actually doing play-by-play. And making it special is to be alongside my grandson, to be in the booth with me today. I've had the opportunity to broadcast several games with my son Gary, who by the way is in Tennessee. Hi Gary, how are you? He missed the flashback program the other night, first time, and Gary would be down there on the field right now all bundled up, ready to talk to all the coaches. But I just wanted to get that out of the way and let people know that, you know, Greg Moreno does a great job covering high school sports here and being a local, not only covering them, but a loyal fan. And thanks, Greg, for letting us step in here and do this game today. It's very special for me.
100%. He is all in on this Bulldogs football program. Like we mentioned early on in the pregame show, he was just running through stats left and right that I'm sure some people don't even have out there, like Max Preps and all these other places. So shout out Greg Moreno. When the few games that I've gotten to do with him as well have been absolutely spectacular. Let's preview these two teams here a little bit. Stonington comes into this game 4-5 on the season. They have wins against New London, Windham, Montville, and the Valley Panthers. Their losses have come against Waterbury Career Academy, Waterford, Bacon Academy, and Lyman, that's a co-op team, Griswold and Wheeler co-op team, as well as Ledyard. Their most recent game came in a loss 63-24 on the road against Ledyard. As for these Westerly Bulldogs, they've had a great season, 5-3 in league play, 9-3 including non-league games and the 3 postseason wins en route to the first Division II championship for Westerly since 2001. Those wins have come against Ram School, which is a Connecticut school, East Providence, Woonsocket, Central, Moses Brown, and Burrville. Their losses came against Situate, Mass. That was the first game of the season where they played one of the best teams in Massachusetts, a 3-point loss. They also lost to Portsmouth, Division I powerhouse, and then West Warwick, who they played in the Division II semifinals and ultimately beat them there. Quarterfinals, they beat Coventry 61-0. Semis, they beat West Warwick 34-6, and then in the finale, they beat South Kingstown 44-21. So pretty dominant performance for the Bulldogs throughout the playoffs, Ken.
They can rack up some points. There's no question about it. They got a lot of weapons on offense. We've had the opportunity to see the Bulldogs play a couple times this year, actually 3 times for me. I have not seen Stonington, but knowing A.J. Massingale, you know, and head coach over at Stonington, 23 years, by the way. I talked to him the other night at Rotary, and I can't believe that A.J.'s been here for 23 years. Always comes prepared to play, and his team will be ready to play today. And with them, I think they're going to have to. Their defense is going to have to do the job, because we mentioned Bulldogs with a lot of weapons and pass receivers, Karen, Cummings, and they got that running back. Let's see, what's that running back number? 21. The name's familiar to me somehow. Oh, Calvin Hill. That's it. What a great kid he is. I had the opportunity to meet him a couple of times, and you know, not only a good football player, but a good person. And like I said, I've had the opportunity to meet him on several occasions, and not only a good player, good student, and just a good man.
I mean, Calvin Hill does it all for the Bulldogs. He does it on offense with his running. That's his best trait, but he also can catch passes out of the backfield. And then on defense, he just makes plays. The other night, the last time I was here for a game against West Warwick, I said it on the broadcast, but it's rare you see a kid at running back and then playing the defensive line as well. Just does it all for the Bulldogs. Also interested to see how Husero's shoulder is doing today. I know he got hurt in the Division II championship game. I'm sure the athletic trainer here, Miss Noonan, will do a great job with him throughout the game today, making sure he's able to stay out there. But in the event that Husero does go down again, they do have a pretty capable quarterback backing him up in Caleb Williams, as he was able to step into that Division II championship game, deliver some big moments. Husero was able to come back in, but big plays from Caleb Williams, who was the Division II Super Bowl MVP on that particular day as well. And another player to watch out for this Westerly Bulldogs team is Daniel Cummings. He has had a massive year for the Bulldogs. I believe he's up over 1,000 receiving yards on the season, and he just has breakaway speed. He's quick. As soon as he gets in the open field, and with a few blocks from some of his receivers as well, they do a nice job of designing those plays. I anticipate a big play from him here and there in this game today as well.
It's tough. It's tough to stay with him. Again, watched 3 games, and he's got all the moves that you would want. You know, he can catch the ball on the run and burst away. He can put moves on people. We've seen him do all of that. And he just, if the ball's in his area, he's going to catch it. Very reliable receiver, of which you like to throw to. Karen, if you want a double team Cummings, you got to worry about Karen. If you want to try to double team both of them, well, there's Williams, and they just keep coming and coming and coming. And by the way, congratulations to the Bulldogs. I know you mentioned it, winning that Super Bowl game in fine fashion. I think it was 44-20 something.
44-21.
I mean, just showed the team. That was a close game at halftime, and then all of a sudden in the second half, they put their offense in gear, and they scored some points in that second half to come away with that win. And congratulations to Ron Spazzato, the whole staff, for getting the job done. And now they have. We can talk too about momentum and all that other good stuff. But we're about 15 minutes away from kickoff, by the way, and you see the crowd starting to come in. I know you probably never witnessed this before, but we're on the Westerly side, and we're looking over where they have the bleachers for the Stonington people. That's nearly full already, and I expect that there's going to be a big crowd today. We'll talk more about momentum, all that other good stuff here for the 165th meeting of Westerly Stonington. But first, let us take a break, and because those are the people who are paying for us being here today.
Absolutely.
And we'll be right back.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners. And this weekend, the new iPhone is here, and we have them all in stock. Come get the brand new orange iPhone 17 Pro or the brand new razor thin iPhone Air. The best part is trading your old iPhone and get up to $1,100 off. I mean, you get the brand new iPhone for free. But this weekend, you can get the brand new iPad and Series 11 Apple Watch for free. It's all happening down here at the Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners. Don't delay. Stop in today.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Make your house a home using quality paints and stains. Achieve long-lasting color and beauty with premium products from Benjamin Moore, available only at locally owned stores like ours. Elevate your home interior with Aura, Regal Select, and Ben Paint, or give your exteriors protection from the weather with Element Guard and new Woodlux exterior stains. No matter what you choose, we know you'll see the love. Visit us today to get started on your next project. Stop in for Black Friday deals and get a $10 chamber gift certificate with the purchase of any tinted gallon of Benjamin Moore premium paint this weekend only. Westerly Paints, 85 Franklin Street in Westerly, or call 401-596-8333 and visit westerlypaints.com.
Share the love of Valenti Subaru. Now until year's end, Valenti Subaru and Subaru America will donate $300 for every new Subaru sold to local and national charities. So far, we have raised over $362,000. Get 0% financing on new 25 Subaru Outbacks now until year's end.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite Contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live here on 321 Media. We want to wish you all out there a happy Thanksgiving, and we are here today at Sal Argieri Field for the 165th meeting of the Stonington Bears versus the Westerly Bulldogs in football. We want to give a huge shout out to the presenting sponsor for this game. This game is presented in part by Lathrop Insurance, serving their community since 1939. Whether you have personal, commercial insurance needs, Lathrop Insurance always answers the call. 401-596-2525. We also want to give a shout out to our pregame show sponsor. The Westerly Bulldogs pregame show is brought to you by Redstone Tire and Complete Auto Repair, located at 114 Ashaway Road in Westerly. Call 401-596-5283. Carl, Patty, and their team have been proudly keeping our community on the roads for over 90 years. I'm going to give the mic back over to the legend himself, the guy who's been calling so many of these Westerly Stonington football games over the years, Ken Collins.
Thank you, Dan. You know the records, you play this many games, 164 games, and if you look at it, you know, Westerly could tie the series. Stonington leads here, yeah. Ties the series with a victory here today. 74 wins for Stonington, 73 for the Bulldogs. 17 of them were ties. So you can imagine playing 164 games, and it comes out that close. And by the way, when I watched that game, I talked about the other night at Rotary, it was that goalpost to my left down there. That the ball went up too high when Lou Stavansky kicked a 38-yard field goal. Otherwise, it would have been the other way around.
Well, did we show the guys at 321 Media that picture? I think they would have been impressed considering the times. That was a pretty good picture for 1928. You know, it was black and white, but you could see that ball pretty clearly in there.
Yeah, it was quite a thing, and the game. The thing about the whole game was there was no scoring in that game. It was nothing. I think Stavansky kicked that field goal that would have made it 3-0. I think they scored the field goal first. That didn't count. And then I think the Bulldogs got a safety later in the game, and the final score of that game, and it was 1978, was 2-0. The Bulldogs got the win. So. Had a little bit of everything. I mean, we've seen great plays, big crowds. I think earlier in the series there was probably more people than you're going to see here today, and you got a big crowd already. I know we're only about 10 minutes away from kickoff at the Westerly band. We're sitting on the Westerly side, so it's hard for us to see what's on this side, as you can hear the crowd as the Bulldogs come back out on the field. And across the way, that bleachers over there is pretty big. And that's the Stonington contingent that's here. And I can remember seeing games, Dan, where you see people lined up around the field right now. That'll be full. And that usually is. And obviously people that are watching can see that, and they can see the crowd better than we can, probably.
Yeah, rightfully so. This is, I believe, the longest running rivalry for football in the country on Thanksgiving Day. Just a really special rivalry between these two teams. And like you had mentioned, for the series to be that close, that just says how much it means to both of the teams involved. You know, sometimes you see rivalries a little bit one-sided, but not this one. And I don't really care what these two teams' records are going into this game. I know Stonington, 4-5, Westerly 9-3 on paper. You might think the Bulldogs are going to run away with this one. It doesn't matter here today. The Stonington Bears are going to be fired up, and they played a lot better football in the second half of the season as well.
Well, they've won 7 in a row, the Bulldogs have, and just coming off, we didn't get a chance to talk about it, about the momentum thing. They're just coming off a win of the Super Bowl. Now, does that affect them? Does that give Stonington more of an incentive to want to knock them off? because we can brag that we just beat the Super Bowl champion. Are the Bulldogs going to be let down a little bit because of winning the Super Bowl just a few days ago, not having a lot of time to prepare? If any injuries at all, not a lot of time to heal. Those things are going to be answered in the next couple of hours. But from the Turkey Day flashback program that we've been doing for 33 years, and the response we got the other night from people we talked to, this game means just as much, if not more. I think it actually came out, this game means more than winning a state championship. So I can't see the Bulldogs coming in here today not with momentum.
Well, and you listen to Coach Spazzato talk about the game. He talked about it at the banquet the other night. He also talked about it on the flashback program. You can tell how much this means to him as a coach, as a former Westerly player. He is, Westerly through and through. He bleeds blue. So I know him and his coaching staff are going to have his guys ready for today. Winning a state championship is great, but you want to win the last game of the season, right? That's always your goal as a team, and this one happens to be the last game of the season. And for the Bears, Coach Massengale, I was just really impressed with him speaking at the banquet the other night. So well spoken, and I know he's going to have his team ready to go. That's the exact motivation that I would use if I was the coach of that team as well. Hey, these guys are coming in here. They just came off a championship. They might think they're going to come in and beat us a little bit today. Let's show them why they're not going to do that. And I'm hoping for a great game, hoping both teams play hard, and I know we're going to see some great action all morning here at Salad Field.
Well, I can't believe after talking to Coach, and I've talked to him quite a bit, Coach Massengale, and when I talked to him the other night and said to him, now you're the veteran coach here. I can remember when he first came here and coached in this game. And he said, how many years do you think? And I couldn't guess. I figured if I had to guess, I would have said 23 years he'd been here. It seems like he just got here a few years ago. But you mentioned, he's a perfect gentleman. Both coaches are great. Both athletic directors from both schools. Anything you need. I've said it 1,000 times that they've been very gracious to me down through the years and providing us whatever we need when we come to either Stonington or today Salad Field.
And we have Mr. James Morano doing the coin toss here today, right at midfield, with the captains of both teams. And I know they shouted out the 1985 championship team as well, 40-year anniversary for that, I believe.
And they're going to honor them at halftime, I believe. I didn't get all, I know they had a lot of events going on, but to get all of those guys to come back, that was an undefeated team in 85. And that's great that they could get people to come from wherever to see. And speaking of forever, we have people around the world listening and watching today one of the big events in the country. Actually, Westerly versus Stonington. ABC TV came down one year. I think it was in the 85 year or somewhere around there where they actually came down and filmed in the press box and a little bit of the game and featured it on their morning program on Thanksgiving Day. So everything's ready to go here, just about. We're going to get the national anthem coming up here at Salad Field. I didn't see who's going to get the ball first, but we'll know that shortly. But first, the national anthem. And mention the Westerly marching band too. They're one of the highlights of a lot of the games that we do. I know we enjoy watching them perform at halftime. And not enough said about the Westerly band or any band, the Stonington, wherever we are, that they practice probably just as much, if not more, than the two teams that are going to be playing here today. And give them a lot of credit because and then when you see their halftime setup, it's like a Broadway show that you watch when they come out at halftime. And they don't have that much time. So all that practice that they do, the band and the dance team and the flag team, they might get, 10 minutes of glory at halftime for all the hard work that they put in. So when you come to the game, make sure you obviously check out the Westerly band. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to receive and get the ball first as Cummings and Karen are standing back inside the 20-yard line to wait the kick from Stonington.
It looks like senior Thomas Lyon is going to kick it off for the Bears. The 165th Thanksgiving Day game between these two teams, and here we go. It's a short kick. It's fielded about the 40-yard line, and he'll get a little bit over midfield to about the 48, and that's where Westerly will set up shop.
Well, it was a short kick, and the Bulldogs are going to get excellent field position right off the bat, getting the ball into Stonington territory on the kickoff. Bulldogs wearing their blue uniforms. That's Bulldog blue with white numerals, and the Bears wearing their white uniforms today with gold numbers as the Bulldogs come out for the first play of the game here in this 165th meeting of Westerly and Stonington. Wide receiver to the right side for the Bulldogs. Got a couple over on the left. They'll keep it on the ground. There goes Hill to the 30-yard line and finally pushed out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So right off the bat, handoff to Calvin Hill the third, and picks up about 20, 25 yards and gets the Bulldogs the first down just outside the Stonington 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 27.
Well, and you see, Ken, how big Calvin Hill is. About 200 pounds. He's going to be tough to tackle. He's been tough to tackle all season, but especially looking at both teams out there, Hill's one of the bigger players out there in general. So it's going to be a tough task for the Stonington Bears to get him down today. Going to have to be a team effort to get him on the ground.
Usero, the quarterback, and brother, wide receiver. Quick pass to Cummings, but the Bears get him on the ground at about the 21-yard line. Daniel Cummings. We mentioned the quarterback. Of course, everybody knows about Landon Usero, but there's another Usero on the team. That's Allen, and he's a sophomore and usually plays the end position. Bulldogs now will send three wide receivers all the way out to the left side. One of them is Caleb Williams. He's in the middle. Out of the spread formation, handoff to Hill. This time Hill gets hit, but not until he gets inside the 20-yard line. He got hit right about the 21-yard line and dragged about four white shirts with him to get it down close to a first down. Looks like it's going to be third down and about a half a yard.
Again, just the toughness shown from Hill right there. Got hit right away, but kept those legs churning. And you know exactly who he is out there with those bright colored cleats on as well.
He's out of the I formation this time. Quick pass over on the left. Wide open is Karen. Touchdown Bulldog. Wow.
Well, we've seen this team do it all year, Ken. When they go on drives, they usually score in a quick amount of time, and the Bulldogs did just that. Beautiful throw to the outside from Husero to Karen. Karen's one of those guys, sometimes he doesn't get the ball as much as, I think he might want to, but he does a lot of good things for this team. Blocks really well, and he's rewarded with a touchdown right there. And the extra point from Caleb Williams is good. So we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Now you too can score down here at the Wireless Zone this Black Friday weekend with our hottest deals of the year. Come get a new phone, a new iPad, and tablet for free. We'll see you soon.
The first, and Bulldogs, well, it helped too because they got that short kickoff. So they had actually good field position right from the get-go. Another short kick. This one picked up by the Bears and advanced out to the 31 or 32 yard line, where Ben Thomas, the quarterback, will bring out his offense, find themselves down early in this game, 7-0. A beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky right over here at Salisbury Field right now.
No, and just like you said, Ken, there's plenty of people here today. You see all the people in the end zone down here as well. Great atmosphere here at Salisbury Field, and Stonington Bears looking to answer back here as the snap, and looks like we got a flag.
Well, that's a first penalty of the football game.
It's going to go against the Bulldogs. Offsides right there. We'll give the Bears 5 yards.
On that pass play, I mean, we had a great shot looking at it, and Yusuf just had to get the ball to Karen. He was wide open. Bears keep it on the ground out to the 40-yard line. Nice run by Thomas, and he gets it out to the 40-yard line, which will set up a second down after that first down penalty of 5 yards. A pickup of 3 more for Thomas makes it second down and a couple. Wide receiver all the way out here, almost offside, almost lining up offside. Now they keep it on the ground, fighting to get the first down, running back for the Bears. It looks like he's pretty close, and I think he's going to get it first down.
Bears ball carrier, Logan Christina.
Yeah, that was Christina on that rush. Good job there. Again, just like Hill on the first drive, he just kept those legs turning and was able to fight for yards to be able to get the first down of the game for the Bears.
Quick pass, but that's blocked, knocked down by, I think it's Williams.
Yeah, guess who, right? He's already starting to make plays in this game here today. He does it on both sides of the ball and able to get his hands up and deflect that screen pass, which it looked like if that ball did get to the outside, the receiver there, Landgren, would have had a little bit of opportunity to work.
Ball at the 43, it'll be second down and 10. On the ground again, Christina fights his way to the 45-yard line. Pickup of about 3, setting up third down and about 7 for Stonington.
2 yards on the game, tackled by number 52, Tristan Johnstone. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Johnstone. Go ahead.
We're in the first quarter, 8:40 and the clock running left to play in the first. It's 7-0 Bulldog. Bears send 2 wide receivers to the right side. Christina goes in motion. Oh, loose ball on the ground. Looks like the Bulldogs have it. Yes, they went to pitch the ball to Christina, and not on the same page, and the ball hit the ground. The Bulldogs right there to get it.
Yeah, it looked like the toss might have been a little bit behind Christina there, just bobbled it, and it gives Westerly another great opportunity here. Ball at the 41-yard line, and looking to possibly punch in another touchdown.
Well, yeah, it's obviously that this is not the way Stonington wanted to start the game, especially against a high-powered offense. To give them good field position, then turn the ball over on second And there goes Usero downfield, and Williams was there, but he didn't make the catch. Good coverage downfield by the Bears.
Yeah, that was Olsen on the coverage right there. Able to get his hands in there. He got his head turned back around to the football. Williams still almost made an exceptional catch on the way down. He kind of bobbled it a little bit, almost gave himself a chance, but great coverage by Olsen, as that's not an easy thing to do against this Bulldog attack that they do have.
And Williams is a big boy, too, as far as, he was 6'3", 6'4", I think.
Yep.
At least he looks it from here. 2nd and 10 for Westerly. Now it's handed off to Hill, cuts upfield. Hill drives his way inside the 35-yard line to the 34.
Yeah, I think Husero was going to hand it off anyway, but it almost went right to Calvin Hill on that snap. Little miss snap from the center there, but hey, it worked out right there.
It's at the 33, they'll mark it, and Hill is just tough. He's like a punishing running back. It's almost like I would think after playing against a running back like that and you get to the third quarter, you don't want to have to try to tackle him. 3 wide receivers go to the left side. Cummings all by himself over here. Quick pass to Cummings, and don't see that happen too often. He dropped it at the 30-yard line.
Intended for number 12.
Yeah, I like that from the Bulldogs, though. Get Cummings on a side by himself, see what he can do. Because we mentioned in the pregame show, he has that speed and elusiveness to be able to break one at any point.
And you notice watching is that the Bulldogs will never go into a huddle. I haven't seen them huddle up all year long. They just get the play from the sideline. Usero calls it, and everybody just goes right back to the line of scrimmage, of which they are right now. Hill again, right up the middle. Gets stuffed as he gets inside the 30, but enough for a first down as they'll mark it inside the 30-yard line.
First down. Tackle for Stonington, number 53.
Bulldog offensive line here, playing it good to start this game. Blocking well for Calvin Hill, giving Husero some time to be able to work in the pocket.
7 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 7-0. 2 wide receivers to the right, a couple over on the left too. Cummings is on this side. Pressure on Usero, trying to get it in the middle, and a lineman, I believe, is the one that ended up with the football, and a flag come flying in. This could be ineligible receiver, maybe, or illegal grounding.
Yeah, maybe a illegal pass too. I don't know exactly what they call it, but definitely illegal. Can't throw it to your lineman right there. And that was all created by pressure from the Bears. We've seen it at points. This Westerly offensive line has allowed pressure from other teams, and if you're the Bears, that has to be the winning formula today. Get in the backfield, try to get to Husero, speed up his timing.
The penalty is going to go against the Bulldogs. They'll start from the original line of scrimmage and mark off a 5-yard penalty. I didn't see no signal yet as to what the call was. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Bulldogs. Had to be something like a receiver downfield or something like that. 1st and 15, now the ball back at the 33-yard line. Again, Usero. Hands off this time to Hill. Hill breaks the tackle. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And pushed out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by number 4.
Great run there from Calvin Hill. Looks like they're running more to the outside to start here this morning. He's run a lot up the middle this year. He has the ability to do both, obviously, but they're getting to that edge, and he was able to take advantage.
7-yard line.
Right now the ball is just inside the 10, we'll call it the 8-yard line, where it's 1st and goal to go for the Bulldogs, leading it 7-0 and knocking on the door to get some more. Usero rolls to the left, fires to the end zone, up for the catch, and it's a touchdown.
What a play, Caleb Williams. He gave the head tap signal right there. He went up to go get that one. Beautiful ball from Husero. And the Bulldogs get another touchdown here to start this Thanksgiving Day game.
8-yard touchdown pass. That was beautiful, beautifully thrown. And how about Williams just going up there and just outfought the defender to get the ball.
He put it in a spot where only Williams on this particular day could get it, and then he finishes it off with his extra point as well, does Williams. So Bulldogs now have a 14-0 lead here to start this Thanksgiving Day game. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Chris Kozłowski, owner of Broadview Florist and Garden Center in Dunn's Corners. For over 40 years, our family-owned business has been your go-to destination for beautiful, custom-made floral arrangements. Whether it's a special event or just to brighten up your day, we create highest quality designs tailored just for you. Trust Broadview Florists to make every moment unforgettable. Visit us today or give us a call at 401-322-0390.
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop into Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.
All right, 6:22 left to go in the first quarter, and the Bulldogs on the board twice already, 14 points. And if there was any question about Usero getting banged up a little bit in that Super Bowl game, that was only an 8-yard pass, but a couple of passes earlier, he threw the ball down the field pretty good. So I think Usero is safe to say that he's all set. And a big announcement right after that pass play.
Yeah, right after we went to break, they announced that Landon Husero has become Rhode Island's all-time leader in passing touchdowns. 87th career touchdown pass for Landon Husero in just his junior year as the ball gets deflected. Good defense by the Bulldogs. That is remarkable. Being a junior, having 87 career touchdown passes with this season not even being over yet. Congratulations to him, Coach Husero, and of course Allen too, which I'm sure has played catch with him a few times in the backyard and gets to now on the big stage of the varsity football field.
Yeah, and in that little message that you just gave, one little word, he's a junior.
Yeah. Scary stuff for the rest of Rhode Island football.
Christina, the handoff from the quarterback Thomas goes nowhere, and maybe picked up a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Bears need to pick up a first down. They're already down 14-0. The main thing for them now is don't panic, but you got to pick up a couple of first downs. You got to keep the Westerly offense off the field right now, and more so, rest your defense a little bit. Back to pass, Thomas out of the pocket, fires downfield, way down there, and broken up by Cummings. Great coverage by the Bulldogs downfield. But Thomas, we talk about Usero, but Thomas got quite an arm on him because he threw that ball about 10, 20, 30, almost 40 yards downfield.
Yeah, Landgren, they were going for right there for the Bears, but it almost like he acted as a defender because he didn't even get to turn around and see the ball. If Landgren didn't get his hands in there, Cummings might have an interception right now. So good play from him on that end and good defense from the Bulldogs, forcing a Stonington Bear punt.
And just as they didn't want to do, they're going to have to kick it away and give it back to the Westerly offense. Looks like they're going to get some good field position once again. Stonington kicker, then we got Williams. Looked like he might have jumped offside. Let's see if he was drawn offside. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty one way or the other. It's against the Bulldogs.
Offsides on the defense.
5:24 left to go in the first quarter of the 165th meeting.
Yeah, Evan West back to kick for the Bears. Trying to pin the Bulldogs deep here.
That one was nearly blocked. And it'll take a Stonington bounce into Westerly territory as it rolls down to about the 42-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs will put it in play. 1st and 10 up 14-0. And they'll have the ball once again here with some good field position.
The weather is getting cooler. Keep your house the perfect temperature inside all year long with honeycomb shades and more. Call today at 401-345-6532. Shout out to Coastline Window Treatments for being a proud sponsor of Westerly Sports here on 321 Media.
Allen Usero splits out to the left for the Bulldogs, going from left to right here in the first quarter. It goes Hill again. Midfield to the 45-yard line of Stonington.
Calvin Hill, first down, 1 tackle.
Yeah, I mentioned they were running to the outside a little bit more this game. They ran it right up the gut that time, a spot where Calvin has thrived all season long. Again, Bulldogs offensive line doing a good job blocking here early on in this game, and we got another first down.
And it's at the Stonington 45-yard line. Karen over on the left. Usero also in the slot on the left side. Williams also over that way. Cummings all by himself over here. Usero back to pass. Rolls to the right. Looks downfield. Nobody open. Does a smart thing. Picks up a couple of yards and dives out of bounds.
Good pursuit there. That was Jack Goddard for the Bears on the tackle.
Landon Husero runs out of bounds, picks up.
And it looked like Husero on that play was looking for Jake Karen along the far sideline, looking for that go route, but good coverage by the Bears downfield.
Ball to the 43-yard line. Clock running with just a little over 4 minutes left to play in the first. Bulldogs up 14-0. Husero spreads them out again. This time Allen Williams goes in motion, and this is the first time tonight that Calvin Hill has been hit in the backfield and actually stopped and thrown for a loss. Loss of about 1. The ball's at the 45-yard line. Actually, it's right at the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Cummings, this time we'll go to the left. Got Karen down here on the right. Also 3 other receivers to this side of the field. Quick pass, intercepted by the Bears. This will be a touchdown. Christina stepped right in front of the receiver and took it about 50 yards for Stonington. Well needed touchdown.
Interception and touchdown.
Wow. And you can see that one coming. And Usero, on the other hand, did not see where Christina was.
Yeah, they were trying to get the ball to Calvin Hill on that screen pass, and Christina just jumped it. And that's a huge play for the Bears. Able to help out your offense a little bit, able to get some points on the board, and that was a big answer from the Bears. You really would have ran the risk of possibly going down 21-0. Instead, they get it back to 14-6, and looking like they're going to go for 2 right here.
Quarterback flips it over on the right side of the end zone. Let's see, it's no good. So the try for 2 is no good. And the Bears come to within 8 now, 14-6. We got 3:10 left to play here in the first quarter.
If you discover in your home or business, don't wait to have it removed. Mold can damage properties, cause poor indoor air quality, and even cause serious health and respiratory concerns. For over 35 years, Service Master by Mason certified technicians have provided mold inspections and air quality testing and are experts in mold cleanup and remediation to leave you with a healthy and safe space. Call 401-322-3030 or visit servicemasterbymason.com.
Well, we got 20 points scored already, and we're still in the first quarter. 3:10 left to play in the first. And that was a big play, as you mentioned before we went to that break. That was a big play for Stonington. Westerly on the kickoff out to the 34-yard line, or 33-yard line, where it'll be first down for the Bulldogs. But the Bears needed a jolt, and Christina gave it to them. And Usero never saw him.
No, and again, he almost came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I didn't even see him initially either, and just great play from Christina, good instincts. Bulldogs and Houston are looking to bounce back on this drive.
And when Christina got that ball, there was nothing but green turf in front of him to the end zone. Here comes Hill again. Hill gets it to the 40-yard line, gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8. We're still in the first quarter, under 3 now, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the first. Bulldogs up 14-6.
2nd down and 7.
Yeah, been a heavy dose of Hill. Look for the Bulldogs to eventually maybe run some play action. Again, they got Cummings over here on the near sideline, one-on-one with the Stonington defender.
Yeah, and they haven't gone in his. One time they went toward Cummings. Quick pass over the middle, wide open receiver at the 30, the 25, the 20, that's carrying inside the 20-yard line and inside the 15, and a big play for the Bulldogs offense.
Man, and so much of the spotlight, especially in the Super Bowl, was Williams, Cummings, even Hill we've been talking about. Jake Karen has come to play today. He's gotten the ball, he's gotten his opportunities, and again, just this Bulldogs team is very versatile. You never know where it's going to come from, and they're all unselfish too. They understand that they need each other in order to be able to win.
And what's scary part, if you're a Stonington Bear player, the receivers are getting open. That's Hill again. He gets inside the 15. I mean, these receivers, when they cut, there's been nobody around them.
Tackle for the Bears, number 53, Ethan Green.
And it's tough too, because Westerly just has so much athleticism out there. It's really tough to be able to go man-to-man against them. But then when you maybe go zone a little bit, it's tough as well, because these receivers are so smart at finding the different gaps in the defenses, and Husero is good at picking it apart as well.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. No gain that time for the Bulldogs. Husero calls signals. Long count this time, and looks to the sidelines. Clock is down to about a minute.
55 seconds left.
Now Husero's ready. Flips a pass over on the. I think that might have been deflected. Either that or he just lost it out of his hand as he tried to fire a pass over on the left. It'll be 3rd and 10. Does stop the clock with 49 seconds left to play in the first.
Yeah, was looking for that brother connection right there. Was looking for Allen. Did look like the ball just kind of slipped out of his hands. Stonington Bears player did get their hand up. It didn't look like it got deflected though, and it brings up a big 3rd down. Big if you're Stonington too. If you can hold them to possibly a field goal, or if they decide to go for it on 4th down, you could stop them there too. That would be a huge momentum shift. That's a big play. Look at Christina again, breaking up that pass.
Yeah, Christina's been all over the place. And that was thrown in traffic that time. 44 seconds left to play in the first. Now, you got a big play coming up here for the Stonington defense.
That'll bring up 4th down.
4th down and 10. Ball at the 13-yard line. Husero fires to the left. He had Calvin Hill wide open, but just threw it a little bit too long. That's one of those passes where you're trying to put a little touch to it to let the receiver run into it, but maybe a little bit too much that time for Husero. And that looked like it was going to be another touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Well, and that was created by number 51. Evan West was right in the backfield, right in Husero's lap, and it caused him to not be able to get the throw off right there the way he wanted it to. Because Calvin Hill, he had nothing but green turf ahead of him. We don't have grass here. We got turf here today. Big stand for the Bears. We didn't really talk about the Bears too much in the pregame show at points, but they're coming off a long break, and Coach Massingale and the rest of his coaching staff, I'm sure, did a lot of work to be getting ready for this game, and it's showing on the defensive side right now.
Well, they got 39 seconds to go in the quarter, to try to get some points out over the 25-yard line. That's Christina again. He picks up a pretty good 4 or 5 yards on the carry. We'll give him 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. And that could be the last play of the first quarter. The clock is running. It's down to 15 seconds. Bears in no hurry to get this play underway. So it looks like that's going to be it for quarter number 1 as the quarterback heading over toward the sidelines to talk to his head coach, and there's all zeros on the clock. We've played 1 quarter in the 165th meeting between these two teams. It's 14-6 Bulldogs.
It's pizza night in Westerly. Mario's is where I want to be. It's pizza night in Westerly. Mario's is where I want to be. It's pizza night in Westerly. Mario's is where I want to be. It's pizza night in Westerly. Mario's is where I want to be. It's pizza night in Westerly. Mario's is where I want to be.
Support a local cause you believe in when you open any new checking account at Washington Trust. Whether it's providing housing, ensuring no one goes hungry, or teaching tomorrow's leaders, we'll donate $25 to a local nonprofit on your behalf and give you $200 after 2 direct deposits. So open the checking account that's good for you and good for your community. Washington Trust. What we value is you. Member FDIC.
All right, just underway here in the second quarter. Let's see, that was a 2nd down play. Picked up the running back for the Bears, picked up a couple of yards. Going to be the 3rd down, about 5 yards to go for 1st down. Bears got to get it to the 23-yard line to pick up a 1st down. Keep it on the ground. Great defensive stop that time by the Bulldogs.
Again.
Yeah, Bulldogs playing good defense on the run right now. Bears tried a few passes in the first quarter. They got deflected by Westerly, but I wouldn't be afraid to go back to that if I was Stonington. The quarterback has shown that he has a pretty good arm on him, and if the receivers are able to get a little bit of separation, maybe get a good play call in there, I think it could work out for the Bears. But instead, they got to punt for now, deep in their own territory.
And we got Karen standing back here at midfield. Good pass from center, that was nearly blocked. And it gets a Stonington bounce up near midfield. So a pretty good kick.
Off the 50-yard line.
And it's going to be right around the 50-yard line. Ball will be placed, I believe, just at the Stonington side of the 50-yard line. Just underway here in the second quarter, 14-6. Bulldogs with the lead. But a big defensive play by Stonington with that interception by Christina that went about 50 yards after he picked it off and ran for the touchdown.
Well, and big stand in the red zone as well for the Bears. Right before the first quarter ended, they were able to get the ball back right in their own territory. And Bears defense has played pretty good. We've seen a lot of teams come into Sal Algieri Field and be down by a lot more so far this season. So the defense is keeping them in it.
Bulldogs keep it on the ground. Handoff.
Number 21.
That's Hill again, and he gets it just about back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd down and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
I was able to watch a little bit of Stonington on film last night. This is my first time seeing them in person, and they're a little undersized compared to some football teams that I've seen, but let me tell you, they are all over the place out there. Their tackling form is really good. They all kind of hound to the ball as well to help each other out. And Coach Massengale, the rest of their staff, got this team playing some pretty good defense right now. Let's see if Husero and Hill and the rest of the gang can answer.
2nd and 10 from the midfield stripe. Yusro gets it and smartly just comes through a slide at the 47-yard line.
Oh, I'm sure if you're
like one hand grabbed that one, didn't he?
The snap was a little to his right, but I'm sure if you're the coach there, any coach on the Westerly sideline, you're happy that Landon Husero just went down, especially considering the shoulder injury from the Super Bowl. You really don't want to see that guy go out there and try to make a play right now.
No, it's smart. Very, very smart move that time by Husero. Lost about 3, but who knows? Keeps him in the game, too. 3rd down for the Bulldogs. Another big defensive play coming up here. Bears coming after Husero again. Downfield, overthrows his receiver. That was Cummings in the area. Good coverage. Downfield, good pressure on Husero. I think you mentioned it before the game even, that might be the way to stay in this game or upset Westerly by putting some pressure on Husero.
Well, because the games that we've seen here where Westerly's kind of been challenged has been teams that have been able to get to Husero in the pocket, right? And Stonington has drawn up a good game plan, and they're really getting in the backfield right now and forcing these Westerly punts. And it's only going to be a matter of time before they have to capitalize on those opportunities themselves.
Hill is the punter. He gets a kick away. It's a high kick that'll bounce at the 15-yard line. And let's see if right at the 1-yard line. Looked like it was going into the end zone.
Young man does it all.
And it was a weird bounce. It took one big bounce, and then it sort of just rolled and stopped right at the 1-yard line?
The 1-yard line. No Westerly player even had to touch that football.
No.
Just stopped dead right there.
Yeah, right at the 1. So the Bears, the good news for the Bears is they got the ball. The bad news is there's a lot of green turf and they got to negotiate 99 of them to be exact. But they did stop the Bulldogs again. That was an excellent kick. He kicked that ball from about its 35-yard line.
Well, big here if you're the Bears. Can't afford a safety. Got to try to get a little bit of breathing room. Like Bulldogs are going to bring pressure. They do. And it is just that. It's a safety.
Yep.
Safety.
As in on that tackle was Damon Uva, one of the captains for the Westerly Bulldogs. Got in right on that run, hit Christina right in the backfield, and a nice safety for the Bulldogs. Big play from the defense. And we didn't really get to mention the defense in the pregame show, but this Westerly defense has been making spectacular plays all season long. They made some big plays in the Division II championship game as well. I believe 1 or 2 pick sixes in that game. So the defense has been just as good as the offense for the Bulldogs this season.
Stonington will kick now from their 20.
Now Stonington now will have to kick from their own 20-yard line, I believe. You can get it back to the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs should have some pretty good field position again here on the next drive.
30 is Daniel Cummings and Jake Karen.
That's 8:44 left to play in the first half.
Evan West for the Bears will go out to kick this one off.
That's tough when you're backed up at the 1-yard line. You know, maybe even a quick pass, you know, to get out of there. But to try to hand the football off, you're actually handing it off in the end zone, probably about 5 yards deep in the end zone too. Or maybe a quarterback sneak just to get a couple of yards.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe a quarterback sneak there. You'd like to see the quarterback under center in that situation, not necessarily in the shotgun, as well as Cummings does end up picking it up. Good tackle from the Bears. That was number 8, Cole Scahill, on the tackle for Stonington.
Daniel Cummings.
All right, so you got 8:39 left to go before halftime here at Westerly. Big crowd on hand, as we can see. We mentioned earlier, lined up around the field. What a sight, isn't it?
It's my first time being at this game, Ken, and I can honestly say I'm definitely going to come back in the future. It's a great environment here. Not only are the stands over there packed, but all of are on our side as well. We got plenty of students from both schools. Just a great time, and again, just celebrating a great holiday and Thanksgiving as well.
Hill gets a handoff from Usero, gets trying to cut outside this time, but the Bears defense did a good job that time of stringing it up. He wanted to cut upfield, nowhere to go for Calvin that time, so he lost about a half a yard. Second down and about 11. Yeah, this is a great sight that you really miss if you don't get to one of the Thanksgiving Day football games, either here or over at Stonington. And you got other games going on that 321 Media covering today also. Cranston East, Cranston West. You got Charahoe, long pass down the right sideline, intended for Cumming, just overthrows them a little bit. And you got Charahoe taking on East Greenwich, and I'm sure we'll be getting some updates and some scores on those games also. And thanks to 321 Media and Ben Barber and Dave DeAngelis and Patrick and the whole crew that do a good job. And how about our guy up on the roof?
Reed Hurley, braving the elements up there for us. Just everybody here at 321, like you said, it takes a village to be able to do this type of stuff. And without the help of everybody, it makes our jobs a lot easier. And we get to be here this morning. And again, make sure you go check out those other games we have here on 321 Media as well. My guy, Coach Eric Korakowski, will be on the call for the Charahoe football game. I had a great time doing soccer games with him this fall. I know he's going to be doing a good job on that game. I want to shout out Evering Electric, a family-owned and operated electrical contracting company based in Pawcatuck, Connecticut. They take pride in working on large and small residential and commercial projects. Let Evering Electric help you tackle your project. Call 860-495-5169. And we should also mention Cranston East, Cranston West. That's a big rivalry as well. We'll have that here for you on 321 Media. Huge addition to the 321 team.
Third and 11, little reverse.
Oh, here we go.
At the 40, midfield, at the Stonington 40 and 30, breaks out of the tackle and gets a big first down run inside the 25-yard line.
It was only a matter of time until Cummings got involved in this game, and great end-around play. And you got to love the leadership from your quarterback. He was out there. I know he didn't block anyone, but he was out there if he had to, leading the charge for the Bulldogs.
Big run for the Bulldogs offense, who have been stopped the last couple of drives by the Bears, but big first down play, just outside the 20-yard line. And we have whistle, I think, the second penalty of the football game. Illegal procedure against Westerly. So we'll put it back to the 27-yard line and repeat first down. These first and 15 now.
8 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the half.
First and 15 from the 27.
You got the Westerly band going to perform at halftime, and they always put on a good show, as you mentioned earlier. That's coming up, and as Dan just said, about 8 minutes left to play. Nice screen pass, wide open, Hill. Hill, left sideline, touchdown.
Touchdown, Westerly, number 21, Calvin Hill. Pass from number 14.
Yeah, Husero's third touchdown pass already here this morning. The first one to Hill, and Hill's been doing it both on the ground and gets an opportunity to do it through the air right there.
That looked to be about a 22-yard touchdown, little screen pass to the left. Calvin was open. He did the rest after that. And don't forget, we talk about Calvin, Hill, and Williams, and Cummings, and all those names that you're hearing all morning long, but how about those guys up front that are doing the blocking for these guys? Because they have clear sailing once they get the ball in their hands. So hats off to those guys too. The kick, what, good?
Kick is good.
23-6.
Still about 5 minutes left.
Still have about 5 minutes left. We're just under 6 minutes left to go here in this first half.
$20, one ticket, $5. Winner will receive half.
I'd like to give a shout out to Bob Valenti Family of Dealerships. Looking for the best deal on a great new or used car? Visit bobvalenti.com or visit any one of their locally trusted dealerships in the area. Again, that's bobvalenti.com. And we've seen the Bulldogs try to do that play. It's been successful, just like it was on there, but at points we've seen illegal men downfield as well. Linemen getting too far downfield where those plays get called back. The Bulldogs shored up that offensive play, and Calvin Hill able to get in the end zone. And Williams with the kickoff for the Bulldogs. Fielded right around the 15-yard line, makes a couple moves, and we tackled right at the 35.
All right, now the Bears offense, you got to get something going here. Now you talk about that word momentum, and it's certainly in Westerly's favor right now. So the Bears got to just, you still got, almost 6 minutes left to play before halftime. You got some good field position to start this drive at the 35. Pick up a couple of first downs, even if you don't put any points on the board right now. Let your defense rest over there a little bit and get a little confidence going with your offense. This is what they can do. Going from left to right, and they're down 23-6, and back to pass, and Thomas got hit just as he was trying to throw that ball downfield.
And they called that one an incomplete pass. That was very close to being a fumble.
Yeah.
I think his arm just started to move forward there, but wasn't too clear. Good call by the referees, though. And the fellas were talking about it back at the studio in the pregame show. Got to try to get a couple first downs here if you're Stonington. The time of possession is huge.
On the ground, but met by a host of blue jerseys is Christina as he gets it right to the 35-yard line. So it'll be third down and 10. 5:20 left to go, first half. Bulldogs on top, 23-6. Now you mentioned the pregame show, and Greg and Ben and Patrick, Wireless Zone, they did a great job providing a lot of information about these teams that are playing here today. Quick pass across the middle, that's complete out to the 40 to about the 42 or 43-yard line.
Number 3.
I like that from the Bears right there. Nice quick throw, and we'll see what they do on fourth down. I would assume you're 4th and 2. I'm sure you got to go for it right here.
Yeah, these are calls. You still got 4 minutes and some change left to go before halftime. It's 4th and 2 or 3, and you're down 23-6, and you can't afford to give the ball back to the Bulldogs offense. So what do? You got to go for it. And the quarterback keeps it himself, and that's what happens sometimes. Instead of getting it, you lose the yardage, and now you're going to give the Bulldogs the football in good field position on the Stonington side of midfield.
Williams played that beautifully. He had Christina if they decided to hand it off. As soon as he saw that the quarterback kept it, ran right after him, made the tackle.
Yeah, it's a tough call. When you get down 23-6, do you punt it? It's easy to say now, yeah, we probably should have. But you got to make the call right after the previous call, so it's not easy. Usuro now, with his offense back, fires a pass right across the middle to Williams. He gets a completion and just will not go to the ground. Gain of about 4, maybe 5 on the quick pass right across the middle to Williams.
Well, what sometimes makes those fourth down calls a little bit tougher too is the play before, right? You just got a nice pass completion for about 7 to 8 yards, right? You feel like you got pretty good momentum. You might be able to pick up the first down. Bulldogs defense just made a good play.
Karen to the left side. It'll be second down, about 6 yards to go for a Bulldog first down. Karen's a target. He got it. Trying to put a move on the defensive back. That didn't work as he got knocked out of bounds, but not until he picked up a first down.
Number 4, Gabe Hoagland on the tackle.
That'll be at the Stonington 25-yard line. So the Bulldogs up 23-6 with 3:22 left to go in the first half, looking to add some more before halftime. Hill is in the backfield, right behind the quarterback, Usoro. 2 wide receivers to the left. Cummings down here at the left. 2 wide receivers to the right. And that's Hill getting it inside the 25-yard line. Gain of a couple. It'll be second and 8.
We should mention some of those guys on the Bulldogs offensive line. Number 59, Ryder Henderson. Number 55, Damon Uva, who is, I believe, not the center. He's right next to the center. One of the captains on the team. Number 50, Alexander Myers. Number 67, Ian Morissette. And then big number 77 over there, Dominic Durfee. Done a great job for the Bulldogs all season long.
And he is big.
He's a big boy. Yes.
All right, Usoro looking left, and this ball got hipped, I think, as he tried to get it down in the vicinity of Karen. So that'll stop the clock.
Karen was looking for a flag right there. Hazard for the, no, not Hazard. Hoagland for the Bears, a sophomore, was on the coverage right there. Looked like a pretty good play from Hoagland.
Third and 8. Cummins way over there on the right in front of the Stonington bench. 2 wide outs over here on the left side for the Bulldogs. One of them is Usoro. That's the younger Usoro. As they keep it on the ground, as Hill fights his way out of bounds. At about, I think he picked up a first down. Looked like he got inside the 15.
Yeah, they're marking it right at the 10.
10-yard line, so it's going to be first and goal. Bulldogs looking to put something else on the board here with 2:09 left to play in the first half. They're up 23-6. Usoro, quick pass over on the right. Easy touchdown for Hill. 10 yards. So the Bulldogs get on the board again.
10-yard reception from Landon Usoro.
Fourth touchdown pass of the day for Usoro. Second touchdown pass of the day for Calvin Hill. Back-to-back receptions, receiving touchdowns for him on the day, as well as doing some good work on the ground. And the Bulldogs now have a 29-6 lead pending this extra point from Caleb Williams. Good job by Karen with the hold. It's up and good. That will make it 30-6 here at Westerly. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with the finish for the second half.
What a score! Now you too can score down here at the Wireless Zone this Black Friday weekend with our hottest deals of the year. Come get a new phone, a new iPad, and tablet for free. We'll see you soon.
Who are we? We are the Bulldogs. Bulldogs for life. Bulldogs for life. Who are we? We are the Bulldogs. Bulldogs for life.
Wow, 30 points, and we still got, what, a couple minutes to play in the...
2 minutes, 2 seconds left to go in the first half. Great showing from the Bulldogs so far, showing why they are the Division II champions in Rhode Island.
Well, we talked about it just prior to kickoff in the pregame about after coming off a Super Bowl win, would they be ready, not only physically but mentally, to play, or a little letdown maybe from a big win on Sunday? Well, I guess they've answered the question.
Yeah, and you know, this is the first year I've really gotten to see all the pregame festivities for the most part as well. And I can tell you, if I was a player for the Bulldogs, I would be fired up for this game. No matter if I just came off a championship or if I didn't make the playoffs. Just hearing from all of the legends in the town that come to speak. You see all the events. They had a big pep rally at schools yesterday for both Westerly and Stonington. There's no way you can't get up for the game like this.
Right now, the Bears having little struggles on the ground, but ball carrier, that was the quarterback. He gets it out to the 30-yard line. Picked up about 3 yards, so it's going to be 2nd down and 7. Down 30-6 with a minute and a half left to go in the first half. Entertainment at halftime, yeah, that'll be the Westerly dance team and flag team and band. Thomas goes downfield, got a receiver, and a nice play there by the Bears. That was by Thomas to Langren, and put it right on his fingertips, reached out, grabbed it, and get a big first down at the Bulldog 38-yard line.
Huge play right there for the Bears. 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go in the first half, and they do get the ball out of halftime as well. So if they're able to go down, maybe punch it in here, they could go for a 2-for-1 start coming out of the half. Big ball down the field. He caught it, but he was out of bounds.
That was a great effort, a great catch down there, but unfortunately, right on the end line, that was Olsen.
2nd and 10.
Who made, and by the way, good coverage too. He just took it away from him. But he couldn't come down in bounds. But you're right, with 1:05, this could be a big turn of events in this game if the Bears can get on the board here. You know, they're at the 38, 2nd and 10, another pass play. This one is going to be picked off. So Thomas threw it, but he had a receiver over there, but he just threw it on the wrong side of him, and it was picked off by the Bulldogs. I didn't see who picked off that pass, but
Anthony Rodriguez with the interception right there for the Bulldogs. He's number 6. He's coming off the field a little gingerly right now, but huge play, especially for a team like Westerly who can strike at any moment. There is plenty of time on this clock to get another touchdown in the end zone.
Yeah, that was big play there. I mean, we keep talking about big plays, but you know, the Bears had a little momentum. If they could have put one on the board there, as Dan mentioned, they're going to get the ball at halftime, in the third quarter. Usero looking around, goes to the right, he's going to run it himself to the 40, to the 30, and gets out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Bears just lost contain on the outside right there, and Usero was able to recognize and took advantage and was able to get out of bounds as well, which stops the clock. Still have 46 seconds left to go on that first down run.
Everybody talks about Usero, and we just had the announcement earlier about the touchdown passes. But you know what? He can run too.
Yeah, he's really an athletic young man out there. He's always looked for the opportunities to be able to go. He did right there. There were some games this year where the pass rush was really getting to Usero, and he was able to make adjustments throughout those games to be able to run a little bit himself and then open up some more of those passes.
Timeout called by Westerly.
Westerly using a timeout after that big run by Usero to put him in scoring position once again. The ball just at the 26-yard line of Stonington. And with a 30-6 lead, well, you know, they can get another one here using the timeout there.
Well, we saw Coach Carlos Rios at the banquet the other night, right? Have you seen him today? You guys notice anything different about his beard?
Gone?
It is shaved all blue. So I'm sure that was something that, you know, maybe they had a bet if they were going to win the Super Bowl or not. They were going to do it. That is awesome. Coach Brent Pizarro is just telling me that he's tapped. What a throw and catch! Karen's in for another touchdown. His second of the game. Husero's 5th touchdown pass here in the first half. I agree with Coach Brent Pizarro. Coach Rios might be a little tapped, but hey, he does a great job with this team. And beautiful connection once again. Husero to Karen extends the Bulldog lead. And Williams getting set for the extra point, and it is blocked. Kick didn't really get up in the air right there, and the score will stay at 36-6 with 40 seconds left here in the first half.
40 seconds left in the first.
Now, Ken, you've seen a lot of Thanksgiving Day football games. Have you seen a guy throw for 5 touchdowns in the first half?
No, I can't say as I did. Don't forget, a lot of these games that go way back when we started, they didn't even throw football. I mean, I did a lot of games with Coach Jury and Coach Pete Young from Stonington, and just watching the game and watching their expressions when they saw a guy drop back to pass, it was like, ooh, something bad can happen. But no, the football has changed, definitely, and first of all, you know, these kids now, they watch all these NFL games, a lot of formations and whatever else they do out there on the field, and you could really see how much it's changed year to year to year. And I'm glad that I was part of being able to watch a lot of different style of football. But no, I don't think I've ever seen 5 touchdowns in one half.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
that's rare. You see that. You see 5 touchdown passes thrown in a game. Never mind in the first half. Here, we still have 34 seconds left.
That would be by both teams. Total.
Both teams, yeah. They'd be all on the ground. Maybe one lucky pass.
19 coming and number 55 David.
What a display! But you know, after watching the Bulldogs play a couple of times, which I did. It's just amazing that they have the talent that they do have, because it's very difficult to scout or to play a team like Westerly. I think fumble on the play for Stonington, but luckily they got a Stonington bounce right back to the ball carrier. And there's only 22 seconds left to go here in the big first half for the Bulldogs. But usually in a high school game, you know, you got a star running back. You may have a receiver that can go catch the ball. But when you got 3 or 4 different receivers that can go catch the ball, when you got a runner like Calvin Hill, you got a quarterback like Usero that can not only throw those touchdown passes, but can run. I mean, it's just a well put together.
Bulldogs 36, Stonington 6. Stick around, cheerleaders. Both teams cheerleading and the high school.
just brought some of the senior girls up from Wee Wee. There's like 3 kids.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's who we are. Local communities made up of customers, families, and friends. Business owners invested in helping their communities thrive. Dedicated employees committed to giving back in ways that go beyond banking. If your banking relationship leaves you wanting more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
Wood River Health is my home for health.
Wood River Health is a one-stop shop for primary medical care, dental care, behavioral health and social services. We care for the members of our community because they are our community. I'm Allison Croak, President and CEO of Wood River Health. Since 1976, our health center has provided high-quality, affordable health care to residents of Rhode Island and southeastern Connecticut. We are your neighborhood health center. Let us be your home for health.
Who are we? We are the Bulldogs. Bulldogs for life. Bulldogs for life. Who are we? We are the Bulldogs. Bulldogs for life.
How good are the Black Friday deals at Wireless Zone this year? So good, Patrick didn't even have time to film this ad.
I'm Dale Sold, the owner of Shoreline Painting and Cabinet Refinishing. My vision for the company has always been to elevate paint contracting. When you call, you get a live person. Typically, we have estimates out the same day. We have really good communication with our customers daily. We make sure you're completely happy before we leave the project. We service residential and commercial customers. The commercial work we do is typically more community-oriented. We just completed a expansion of our shop. We added 3 more spray booths to allow us to increase capacity. You can find us at 77 Stillman Ave in Pawcatuck. You can find us on our website at shorelinepaintingri.com, or you can call the office 401-834-1684 to book an estimate.
Moving doesn't have to be stressful. Whether it's across town or just across the hall, no job is too big or too small for Easy Does It Moving and More. Sean and his team put people first, making your move safe, smooth, and stress-free from start to finish. For a move made simple, go with the name that says it all. Easy Does It Moving and More. Call us today at 401-545-6078 or go to easydoesitmoving.com.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's who we are. Local communities made up of customers, families, and friends. Business owners invested in helping their communities thrive. Dedicated employees committed to giving back in ways that go beyond banking. If your banking relationship leaves you wanting more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Antosh, number 60. Tim Lamb, number 22. Joe Fazzaro, number 76. Pete Fazzaro, number 65. Kevin Moreau, number 34. Joe Lorello, number 35. Bill Keegan, number 33. Jay Fulbert, number 36. Mike Keegan, number 25. Jay Palazzola, number 31. Mark Gentile, number 28. Chad Waltley, number 2. Derek Ventilato, number 84. Larry Joinkowski, number 75. Bob Cusitrone, number 55. Chris Cuscioni, number 23. Mike Garafola, number 82. Kurt Hooper, number 42. And Tom Williams. Please give a warm round of applause to the 1985 undefeated Bulldogs, a championship team that set the standard that we continue to honor today. All right, we have now the 50-50 raffle winner. Winning ticket will receive $400. We raised $800 with the 50-50 raffle. The winning ticket is going to be drawn. Ticket number 24487-500, Kim McKee. You're the 50-50 raffle winner. Once again, 244.
Hi guys, it's Patrick here at the Wireless Zone with a little bit of health advice. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But in this case, come on down to the Wireless Zone today and you'll get the brand new iPhone 17 for $1,100 off. But wait, there's more. Billy Mays plug. You can get the brand new Apple Watch Series 11 and iPad for free when you pair with your brand new iPhone. So don't delay. Stop in today. We'll see you soon.
I am Jim Howe. My practice is focused on representing people injured in car accidents, representing people injured in premises liability, represent people in all walks of life. I say all the time that I represent the underdog, and by the underdog I mean the person who is injured and is facing lawyers that are hired by insurance companies. If you unfortunately find yourself injured in an automobile collision or in any other circumstance where insurance may come into play, think of giving me a call.
Hi, I'm AJ Trust.
And I'm Jeff Swiderski with AnnieMac Home Mortgage's Momentum Group, your trusted partner in the home buying process.
At AnnieMac, we can strengthen your offer with our innovative program, Cash to Keys, giving you a competitive edge by allowing you to make a cash offer on your new home.
Together, we've helped over 1,000 families move into their dream homes, and we'd love to do the same for you.
Give us a call today at 401-486-0853 to get started.
Hi, I'm Neil Anthus, owner of Sound Financial Partners. We're a full-service financial planning practice dedicated to optimizing your investment, tax, and cash flow strategies. As fiduciaries, we always keep our advisory clients' best interests in mind when making recommendations. Whether you're preparing for retirement or growing your business, we're here to help you achieve your financial goals. Ready to start your journey to financial success? Visit us at our Westerly office or give us a call at 401-642-4333.
Back here at Jury Field, Ken Collins along with Dan LaBelle on a beautiful Thanksgiving morning. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you folks out there. It's been all Bulldogs in the first half, 36-6 in the score. We've been just treated to a lovely halftime. We've met the 1985 undefeated team that only allowed 27 points all year. We've had it all here this morning, and we've only to the half.
Yeah, I mean, and we also saw in the first half Landon Husero not only break the Rhode Island high school passing touchdown record, but he also has 5 touchdown passes here in the first half. Simply unbelievable performance, especially considering he hurt his shoulder on Sunday and right out by Cranston Stadium in the Division II championship game against South Kingstown. So for him to come out here and put the performance that he's putting on today, really gutting it out, because I know he definitely isn't 100%. He's doing a great job out there. And all the Bulldogs, the offensive line, we mentioned them in the first half, they're playing well. Bulldogs have 8 first downs, 5 touchdowns. Cairns caught 2 touchdown passes. Hills caught a touchdown pass, and Williams caught the last touchdown for the Bulldogs. As for the Bears, only have 3 first downs in the game. The real highlight of the half was the 50-yard pick 6 from Christina. That was a big play at the time. The Bears were down 14-0. That brought it to 14-6. And then the Westerly Bulldogs have just gone on a 22-0 run to end the first half.
Yeah, the Stonington defense has been on the field most of the first half, and especially in that second quarter. I mean, the Bulldogs rattled off that, you mentioned the safety, then a 22-yard screen pass touchdown. Just a couple minutes after that, 2 minutes after that, they score again, and then they scored with 40 seconds to go on a pass play to Karen. If you're thinking of most valuable players, good luck.
That's what it's been this whole season for the Bulldogs, right? There hasn't necessarily been one valuable player. You could kind of pick a different night, and it might be someone else, right? It could be Karen. It could be Husero. Husero is obviously always important because he's the quarterback, right? But Caleb Williams, Daniel Cummings, who we haven't really even seen a lot of so far this game. We haven't even seen him involved. And he's been the primary target for the Bulldogs over the course of the season with over 1,000 receiving yards. So just really impressive so far from the Bulldogs. They're looking to finish off a game here where if they do pull out the victory here today, they could bring the all-time series to 74, 74, and 17. Would all be tied up.
That's amazing to me. All right, we're ready to go. Bulldog kicking off to start the third quarter, and let's see. Everything has come to a stop.
You got a flag.
Yes.
Flag down. False start on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, one of the Bulldogs left early before that ball was kicked, so I'm going to do it again.
So the Bulldogs be going from left to right, right to left for Stonington as we get ready to start the second half of play.
If you're Stonington, and important to at least get a few first downs on this first drive. Try to get some momentum. Obviously, it would be ideal if you were able to get the ball in the end zone, but Bears just got to try to build some momentum here. As Christina is going to bring it back for the Bears. And he'll get up to about the 36, 37-yard line.
Yeah, he's been a bright spot. Obviously, he had the interception for the touchdown. So we've seen like a little bit of everything. Obviously touchdown passes, safeties, interception for a touchdown. So actually we've seen it just about everything here in this football game. Christina in the backfield. Quarterback is going out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, but there's that man again, Williams, who come from the backside to actually hit the quarterback, Thomas, for about a 3 or 4 yard loss.
As impressive as Caleb Williams is on the offensive side of the ball, I think he's even more impressive on the defensive side of the ball. The 3 games that I've really gotten to broadcast and watch of this team, he's been all over the place on the outside edge for the Bulldogs on defense, and he played that perfectly. Tackles Christina deep in the backfield for another loss.
Now, in that first play, he came from the left side around behind the quarterback to get the quarterback for a loss. This time, they go to the right, and there he is waiting for the ball carrier. It's amazing.
I tried to set up a little screenplay right there, but Williams just shut off the block like nobody was there and went and made that tackle.
And now it's 3rd and long, 3rd and about 20 yards to go, maybe 18. Quarterback back to pass, but his arm was hit. And so was he as he released the ball. So the Bulldog defense comes out here and stops him on 3 and out. And the Bears got to give the ball right back to the Bulldogs here to start the 3rd quarter.
A tough way to start if you're the Bears right there. Westerly is just still showing that impressive defense that they have all season long, getting in the backfield and making a good play right there. And West will be back to kick for the Bears. Looks like Karen to receive for the Bulldogs.
Just about got that one away. It's a high kick, but it'll sail out of bounds, and let's see where they're going to rule it one out. Probably going to be somewhere up around the 30, 40-yard line, I would think.
I can see the Stonington coaches over there. It looks like they wanted a roughing the kicker call because West hit the ground. Hill was in the area, but it's going to be no call. I can see Coach Massingale over there kind of talking to the referees. He has been hit a couple times on those punts.
I can't believe that ball went out of bounds at the at the 47-yard line either. I know that's where somebody caught it out of bounds.
That might not be what it might have been out, right? Yep.
But that guy that caught it out of bounds was standing about 5 or 6 yards out of bounds. I was expecting to see it up around the 40. Well, a quick pass to the left, and that was intended, I believe, for Cummings. It was in the area. And you just mentioned Dan Cummings, who we haven't really seen. I think early in the game he had one pass over here that I guess got dropped.
Yep.
But other than that, but again, when you got more than one weapon like the Bulldogs do, it's kind of tough to key on one guy. You take one guy out of the game, somebody else is going to beat you. And that's Hill with the carry, and Hill fights his way to about the 45-yard line. Maybe picked up a yard, maybe 2.
And the Bears' run defense here today hasn't been too bad. Hill broke a couple early ones, but they really kind of shut down the run. It's just been those big plays that they can't seem to contain, and a lot of teams haven't been able to contain from the Bulldogs this season. And it's helped that Westerly has had really good starting field position on most of their drives here today.
It's 3rd down for the Bulldogs. Quick pass is coming at the 40, 35. That's what he does well. He catches the ball and he makes a quick move. I mean quick. And then once he gets in the open, he's fast too. And there's a big first down there at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you would have looked at that completion. He still had a little bit to go to get the first down and made a couple of good moves and was able to get out of bounds to get the first down.
From the 31-yard line.
They'll mark it at the 31. It'll be first down for the Bulldogs. Karen down here to the right side for the Bulldogs. Usero, as usual, no huddle, out of the spread. Man comes in motion, that's coming. Hand off to Hill. Hill to the 30, 25, or down close to the 25. Call it the 26.
And since his son Chubb just got the ball carrier, we should mention that Calvin made sure to give Miss Hazel a shout out. Had to make sure. She's watching back at home.
Yeah, we've seen Calvin
a couple times up here.
I think he gets a little bit of a heat.
Yeah.
which we were pretty fortunate, by the way. Second down, about 6 yards to go for a Bulldog first down.
Bears are offside.
Now we have a penalty.
Offside penalty.
Good hard count there from Husero. Done a good job of that all season. Offensive line did a good job not moving.
5 yards.
They're able to gain 5 yards because of it.
Second and 2.
Well, I know we have a lot of folks listening and watching this morning. We know We have a family down in, I think it's Clarksville, Tennessee, near Nashville.
Yep.
Headed for the area of Williams, just overthrows him. Could have been another touchdown pass there. Yeah, Gary and Kristen. And say hi to Gary and Kristen and
of course Nikki.
The coverage.
And the little one, Grayson.
Grayson, yeah.
Sure, Grayson's listening. And Noah.
I'm sure he's tuned right in. Too. Yeah. I can picture it now. Noah's probably at the house right now. Maybe getting ready for lunch. It's about his time for lunch right now. Tuning in to 321 Media. We thank you all for watching along with us here this morning.
That's Hill again. Hill gets to the 20, down to the 15, dives inside the 15, and goes out of bounds at around the 13-yard line.
Alvin Hill.
Yeah, Gary on a little vacation, down visiting his daughter Nikki in Tennessee, so kind of missed him on Thanksgiving Day, but it's my pleasure to be able to do a game with my grandson here on Thanksgiving Day. Cummings to the right. Bulldogs knocking on the door once again. They lead it 36-6. Cummings to the right. Usero looks to the left, fires across the middle, touchdown.
Touchdown Bulldogs, number 19.
And that's a different Cummings. That is a Benjamin Cummings with the touchdown catch right there.
You mean there's another one?
Oh. He's a freshman, so they're going to still continue to see him for a while here at Westerly. Big play right there from Benjamin Cummings. And Husero's 6th touchdown pass here this morning.
Caleb Williams for the extra point.
And Caleb Williams getting set for the extra point here. Snap, hold by Karen, and Bears were able to get to it. Can't return it though because it's an extra point, and score will stay at 42-6.
Number 21, Jack Goddard.
We also got an update from Ben Barber. Chariho Chargers are up with 3 minutes left to go in the game, 15-0. So,
wow.
Barring a miracle down in Wood River Junction, looks like the Chargers are going to keep the Thanksgiving Day trophy at Chariho, and that would be their 3rd consecutive win on Turkey Day. And as someone who has been involved with the team this year, I'm very proud of them. They fought through some stuff this year. It would be great to end on a win like that. Shout out to Coach Samaggio and everybody else down at Chariho with the coaching staff as well. We have people watching all over the place from what I'm hearing from our guy Dave DeAngelis back at the studio. Illinois, Montana, Florida, the Netherlands, England, and more. So we really want to thank everybody for tuning in with us today, and it makes it even more special that I get to be here with my grandfather calling this game that has been such a staple in both of these communities for such a long time. And Williams kicks the ball off here. It's bobbled a little bit right at the 30-yard line and be tackled right at the 35.
Number 11, Braden Langdon on the return.
Wow, we got folks all over the world.
The Netherlands, Ken.
Well,
Shout out.
I know England because of Richard McElroy, and he was here for a few years way back at ERI days. And Richard comes from England and was here on vacation, I think on vacation. They got to know Richard pretty good and his wife. And I know he always watches or listens to the Thanksgiving Day football game. So that could be, hopefully that's Richard in England listening and watching.
As Thomas tried to find Garrett Cooper Jr., number 3 for the Bears, in and out of his hands, and he'll bring up 2nd down. We should also mention, we got another text, Denver and Aruba too. Throw those in there.
Aruba. I think Gary was just in Aruba.
Yeah, lucky him.
Oh, nice pass.
Oh, here we go.
Nice run by Stonington. Nice pass play.
They got Cooper there, Thomas to Cooper. They tried that connection on the play before. They were able to get it that time, and big yards after the catch right there to bring the Bears into Bulldog territory. And the Bears have seen some success a little bit with the pass when they've gotten the protection. Thomas deep to the end zone. It's caught. Is that Cooper again? Yes, it is. And that is a touchdown for Stonington.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite Contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
All right. Hello, everybody. Seems that we have a little bit of an issue with the mics at the field. We're going to get that situated in just a second, but we are here in the third down, in the third quarter, 5:28, 42 right now to 14 Westerly for Stonington. And the Bulldogs have the ball. Greg, I'm here with the voice, by the way. We did the pre-show. We've been doing the voice cast the whole time. He's been giving me great insights, and oh my goodness. What do you got, Greg?
We got a great offensive performance, obviously, by the Bulldogs. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's great to be able to jump in here for a moment anyway. And it's a tough task to stop this team. I really wouldn't know how coming in. And this Bulldog team came in, obviously, as from the pinnacle of a state championship victory. Would it take 2 minutes for them to get in the end zone? So they came in ready and focused. And the big thing is this series is going to be tied after this game. Barring a really, really awful fourth quarter for the Bulldogs, and I don't see that being the case as it's caught over the middle. And there he goes. Benjamin Cummings on the run, open field, 1 block away, 1 person away. He's dragged down at the 1 yard line. And what a play.
Caught and brought down at the 1 yard line. Ben Cummings.
Right there. Got almost 50 yards rushing. I do believe it's right around 50, but 6 touchdown passes. That gives him 93 career. He had already broken the record in all of Rhode Island for high school TD passes, and he's got another year to go. It's incredible. It really is incredible. Hills had a great game. He's over 100 yards, I'm sure. It's been a good performance, and I gotta say the Bears are a no quit team. They just scored a touchdown on the other end. However, you just can't
Took
stop
away your
this.
prediction, by the way.
Yeah, it
Yours.
ruined my prediction, but hand off to Hill there, and he inches his way forward inside the 1. And the third quarter moved along a lot faster than any other quarter has this game. But the Bulldogs, I must say, I put a lot of my stats away, but they've ended this season between Coventry 61-0, West Warwick 34-21, state championship victory 44-21, and a dominating victory to be, I would imagine, here. And let's see if they pop it in the end zone. Hughes throw out of the backfield, 2 wide to the left, and the handoff to Hill. He spins his way in, and he has used that spin move several times tonight. It's another touchdown for the Bulldogs, and it's becoming insurmountable, the difference. But this is a Bulldog team that is they're going to go down in the books for a few different things. They already have that I've mentioned, but going out on this 4-game win streak, and it was 4 games, do or die, every game pretty much. They couldn't lose to Coventry, they couldn't lose to West Warwick, and they couldn't lose to South Kingstown. And of course, you can't lose to Stonington. And this also extends the winning streak for the Bulldogs to 8. So 8 years in a row for the Bulldogs. And the extra point is up, and it is good. So we have 2:13 to go in the third quarter, and we'll get set to kick.
And let's go to a quick break from Wireless Zone.
What a score! Now you too can score down here at the Wireless Zone this Black Friday weekend with our hottest deals of the year. Come get a new phone, a new iPad, and tablet for free. We'll see you soon.
All right, everybody, welcome back.
We are live Thanksgiving Day. Hope everybody has a fantastic day and a great meal. I'm starving, I will say that. The Bulldogs have given me a hunger, and it always tastes better with a victory. I'll tell you that right now. I knew as a player. And all these guys are going to, especially the seniors, to end their careers the way they have. It's you can't write a better storybook for the seniors that are leaving the Bulldogs. As far as to end the season with the wins that they did, win a state title, and win every Turkey Day game they've played. These seniors are looking for a sweep, and they could very well get it. We got 2:06 to go, and Calvin Hill III having a great game. He is a bull. It's hard. He's hard to take down. He's got speed. The offensive line's done a nice job, and Husro got banged up a little bit and on his throwing arm in the state championship, so there was a little question mark there. But the offensive line's done a pretty good job. He hasn't gotten hit too many times, and they've done a nice job of creating some holes for Hill. Bulldogs defense gets set up here. Trips to the near side. Looking far side, little screen, and there's no one fooled. Oh, he breaks tackle, and down he goes, and that is going to be a loss of about 4.
Number 11, Braden Langgren on the catch.
Bulldogs have shown pretty much a little bit of everything here tonight.
Number 9.
Little trick play earlier on to Cummings, and Benjamin Cummings having a fantastic day. He's got a lot of yardage receiving. One back in the backfield for the Bears. Back to pass. Heels in the end zone, flies one up the far side. Nice day, and the Bulldogs pick it off. The tip drill, Daniel Cummings has it, and he's at the 15. 10, get 5, touchdown, Westerly, pick 6, Daniel Cummings. And that's the nail right there, I do believe. Holy smokes. What a pick. What a pick. The tip drill perfectly executed. You can't even set it up in practice better than that when you do practice it. And Cummings definitely, if you were a Bear, not the guy you would want to see it come down to. Turns it into 6 points for the Bulldogs. I do believe the clock is running the 4th if the score remains. I see a flag out there they're picking up. They might be giving the ball back to the Bears, for what I know. No, the Bulldogs will get it. Never mind.
The touchdown is waved off.
So the Bulldogs will have it. I don't think the touchdown was good. I don't know. I don't know why they would have the ball right there. So the touchdown wasn't a touchdown. It was something at the 12. So Bulldogs have 1st and 10. And Houston rollout fires, and it is batted away.
Play is incomplete. Intended for number 9.
Incomplete.
Broken up.
2nd down and 10 to go for the Bulldogs. They can get a 1st down. Just about a yard and a half.
That'll bring up 2nd
yard line. It was windy earlier on in the game, but it didn't seem to affect any. It actually did. There were a few overthrows. I mean, now that I think about it, and I wonder if the wind got under any of them. But there are also 6 touchdown passes, so I'll take it. Hill in the backfield, Houston out of the gun. Bulldogs still firing, and Hill with it. Not much room to go there. And I just want to say number 50, Alexander Myers, the freshman center. That's switch they made because he can execute the shotgun snap pretty well. And he's done a nice job for a freshman to step in late in the season in the most important games and hold the role. And he deserves his accolades. Out of the gun. 2 to the near side, Hill in the backfield. 3rd and about 8. Motion. Roll out. Fires. End zone. Overthrows his man. And this is 4 down territory, so they'll probably go here as well. Unless we'll have to see. There's some switching going on. Kick a field goal, maybe? Wind is gusting again if you look at the flags. I think they might be trying it. That they are. 4th down, and none other than Caleb Williams will try the 29-yard field goal. Low snap, picks it up and goes around the corner. One guy to beat. I don't know if he's going to. He gets pushed out of bounds. Hit hard. Is he in or out? No flags fly. So that'll be a turnover on downs. Buried the Bears at the 5.
The Bulldogs ball
And the score remains 49-14. 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
At about the 7-yard line. It is short of a 1st down.
I like coming in out of the bullpen like this a little bit.
It's nice.
I was enjoying
It's a good
watching
thing
the
you
game.
were. It's a good thing you were still here, man.
I was still self-analyzing, and this is a lot of fun. The officials got something going on. There's a flag down at the 10.
Hey, number 74 for the Chargers just won the defensive player of the game. I'm very happy about that. That's it's nice.
It's good.
It's nice. I was number 74.
Oh, all right.
And I have the jersey actually
That's
at my
great.
house.
Penalty goes against the Bulldogs. So, not so far buried. It was a 15-yarder. They're out to the 20. Trips to the near side. That's where he's looking. Fires deep near side, and that was almost intercepted. Great defense. Can't play any closer than that. That was Carter Williams, the youngest Williams on the squad. And they leave their mark on Charlo Jerry Field for sure. Caleb certainly has left his mark, as have all the seniors. They won the first state championship in 23 years. If you're going to leave a mark, that's the one to leave.
Absolutely.
I mean, and then you never lose to the Bears one time. That's That's high school perfection in my
No,
book.
Greg, we realized at the half that it's 30 years for your team next year.
Next year it'll be 30 years from the '96 team. We won 9-6 in '96, and it is the 30-year anniversary next year, and that makes me feel so old. Out of bounds, nice catch, but for not, and the Bears will have second down. And a timeout on the field. The quarter's over, excuse me. That's the end of 3, folks. We know the score. All Bulldogs here today. They're going to cap the season in a perfect manner, it looks like. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
What's going on, guys? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road, Duns Corners, and it's my favorite time of the year. It is Black Friday holiday weekend, and this year we're having a party down here at the Wireless Zone. So come on down, where we're going to have the best deals of the year. Come spin our wheel. You get some awesome stuff, free cases, free screen protectors. You can get an awesome new JBL speaker for 30% off if you hit right, but we're going to make it even better. Come on down and trade in your old Android phone and get either the Galaxy S25 or the Google Pixel 10 for free. We'll see you soon. It's all happening down at the Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road, Duns Corners. See you soon.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
Pass is caught by number 7, Gabriel Torello. Tackle on the play for the Bulldogs, number 1, Jake Carrick.
What a season it has been for this Bulldog squad, let me tell you. These players have some memories that they will never forget. And they're an unforgettable team. And I'll tell you what, the future is bright. The future is really bright. The Pee Wee systems had a lot of success in recent years, and now they're spending up a lot of good talent that's accessible even in their freshman year. They're using freshman Danny Cummings. I mean, in his story, Benjamin Cummings, you see him today. They all came in off of Super Bowls and at the Pee Wee level. And I want to shout out to Joe Vaca. He is the seniors honorary head coach, and he ran the league for 64 years, and has retired, but will always be a part of the team and a part of the league. That being said, the talent is not done coming through, is what I'm getting at in the long way. So, especially having another year pass complete up the hash, and that'll be close to a first down. And having another year with Hugh Searle obviously is enormous. But this Bulldog team, and now they can go back and they can watch all of their games on 321 Media and relive the experience. And if you're an advertiser, it's a never-ending ad. If they rewatch the game, their ads pop up again.
Yep.
You can't get anything better than that.
Absolutely. I mean, we still have, 30,000 people watched last year, the Thanksgiving Day game, and that number has gone up in the past year because people go back and watch it. And, last year's game or a couple years ago's game, I looked back and they had a few hundred more views this year. So it is a forever ad. I want to say that new microphone situation is on its way to Westerly High School. So,
I was just the middleman, a seventh inning guy you throw in.
This is great.
Yeah, it's good.
This was great.
Yeah, I'm glad I was here with you.
I'm glad you were here too.
And they'll hand it off to the far side, cuts it up, but there's not much room there. Carried by Malachi Drury, sophomore, with a lot of talent.
By the way, I apologize to Malachi's family. I messed up his last name on a reel last week or the week before. Oops.
He's one of the Pee Wee guys I called all the way through. It's cool that I can say that now. But everybody that's on the field, I saw play just about every level that they play Pee Wee's up. And fires over the middle of Dart, caught for the first down. Caleb Williams under nice coverage, but you can't throw a ball in a better spot. You can't throw a ball to a better player.
By the way, I heard that there was an incredible touchdown catch from Jake Karen earlier.
Oh yeah, early second score of the game. Back toes on the heels on the back of the back line, brought it in nearly one-handed. Great coverage, and landed in. Made sure he had his foot in the end zone before he fell out.
I didn't get a chance to see it because I was producing the Cheraho game, but
all the way up to inside the ones. There he goes.
Number 8, Malachi Drury on the carry.
I think it was a defensive play, maybe an interception, a pick six or something that I made that reel for him for in the semifinal game.
All right.
Ooh, Cranston East looks like it's about to score its first touchdown of the game. It's 34-0 right now.
This Bulldog squad's gonna deserve seconds for dinner today. State champs, Thanksgiving Day winner.
As if they didn't already have the
Yeah.
East.
Oof. Is it gonna ever taste good? And touchdown pass. We couldn't hang on. Great. That was good defense there too. We got a hand in it. Already with 6. I'm sure that's a Thanksgiving Day record, or it's got to be.
If it's not a Thanksgiving Day record, it's because Landon holds the Thanksgiving Day record from a couple games ago. That's a huge accomplishment.
Oh my God, the scouts need to open their eye. That's for certain.
The all-time touchdown leader in Rhode Island.
The kid doesn't get rattled. He does not get rattled. And handoff, and that's another Bulldog score. And that is Drury. Takes it to the end zone for the Bulldogs.
Wow.
So soon I will be saying goodbye. I hope, again, everybody has a great day.
I wonder if Dan had to run here from the school because there was no parking. I don't know.
He got here pretty quick.
He did get here pretty quick. Caleb Williams, the Super Bowl MVP.
Kick is up and good.
You know what? Almost 50-year tradition is continuing today. The Sports Open Mic MVP award, which was with WBLQ for a long time, has moved its way over here with Ken. And the Sports Open Mic MVP award will still be given out this year, which is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, with 6 touchdown passes and 50 rushing yards, I mean, a lot of guys played good, had impactful plays, days, but 6 touchdown passes. I mean, what? That's not normal.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And that entire post game will be brought to you by Ken Collins and Dan LaBelle, who were with you in the booth. Man, I'm so glad we split the team up today.
Yeah,
if we didn't split the team up, we would be SOL right now.
Yep.
55-14. So none of us were correct with our predictions.
No. Bulldogs have exceeded our expectations, I guess you'd say, maybe. You couldn't have exceeded mine. I have a lot of respect for what the coaching staff and what these guys have done, boy, let me tell you.
I'm excited for the Bears' future, though. Benjamin Thomas is a great young quarterback, and I think that he's going to, he's showed me a lot in the games that I've seen him play in. He's got so much heart, and I think that the Bears are going to be it's going to be really hard. This is the 9th year in a row.
Yep.
Is it 9th year in a row?
It's 8th or 9th.
Because it's the 8th because there was no 2020.
Yeah, the COVID.
It's the 8th in a row because there was no 2020. And so the score is at the top of the screen, 56 to
and a pass and catch, short gain of about 4 yards.
Did I say 55? It's 56-14.
Yep.
Man, Greg.
Not much to say. They've done all the talking for the past 4 weeks now on the field. They really have. Their line came together, and in do or die fashion. Nice job by the defense, and that is incomplete.
Hey, by the way, 40 years ago, right?
Yeah.
40 years ago, the Bears and the Bulldogs played. It was the year that the Bears won the Super Bowl. It was the year that the Bulldogs won the Super Bowl and they won the Thanksgiving Day game.
Oh, yeah, these are solid. All right.
And it was a year that Ken Collins could not call the game, as I told you about the other day.
Yeah.
And this, who knows how many play-by-plays he has left for Thanksgiving. I'm really excited that he got to do this one.
Oh, absolutely.
And Greg, we're gonna throw it back in about 30 seconds to Ken Collins and Dan LaBelle. What do you want to say before we throw it back?
I just want to thank everybody, all our listeners, all season long. It's been a pleasure. There'll be more of me. We're starting a new show. You'll see up at some point, the Voice Cast, and it'll be a 3-day-a-week show. So I'm excited for that. And I'm excited about this team. I want to shout out to this team. When they go look back, they can at least hear me say that it was my pleasure to watch you guys play football this year. You guys did something that's very special, and you'll remember forever. So it was just my honor to be able to be a part of it.
And we'll have more of their coverage on Saturday morning with Coach Sposato and some players. So, all right, back to the field. Dan and Ken, take it over.
Well, we're back here at Westerly Field. They've been on the run, and so the Bulldogs, really. The rule in high school football now, if a team is behind by 35 points, I think it is, they have running time. So that's why I'm going to tell you this game is almost over, and it's just about over now as the Bulldogs just picked off a pass. That's the second one that they intercepted in the last 10 minutes while we were away. We've only got 1 minute and 20 seconds, and the clock is going to continue to run here to end this ball game. But Bulldogs up 56-14. Been a big show for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Davon Hazard right there with the interception for the Bulldogs, and just what a tremendous year for this Bulldogs team. You get to go to the Division II championship game, win it for the first time since 2001, and then you get to come here on Thanksgiving morning and get to tie up the series between Stonington and Westerly as well. We can say now that it's going to be 74, 74, and 17. Just a tremendous season for the Bulldogs, historic one at that. I want to congratulate Coach Ron Sposato. He's done a great job with this Bulldogs team, along with the rest of the coaches. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, he just bleeds blue. He does so much for this Westerly community, and couldn't happen to a better guy. I know he's been able to win a couple and win state championships with baseball as well, but I'm sure this one, especially with the history of Westerly football, this one's got to feel pretty good, especially on this day today.
And especially after just coming off a Super Bowl win.
Yeah, not many coaches or players for that matter can say that they won a Super Bowl and the Thanksgiving Day game in the same season. So shout out to the Bulldogs. As for the Bears, they had a good season as well. They went 4-5 overall, 4-6 after this game. They just ran into a buzzsaw in the Bulldogs today. I loved their fight, especially in the first half. It was a 14-6 game for a while. There were a couple drives there where if they had converted on the offensive side, it might be a little bit of a different game, but Bulldogs were able to rally together and made the big plays when they needed to.
I just think that the Bulldogs, obviously, by watching and listening to this game, they just had too many weapons. It's as simple as that. Cummings, who we have seen, the 3 games I've seen, was pretty much the target of Usero. Today, they probably figure they're going to take him away, but you can't, because then you got Karen and you got Williams, who come to the forefront today, as usually does.
number 15,
We mentioned there was a different Cummings today.
Yeah.
Benjamin Cummings caught that touchdown, but then he also had a very, very long catch as well. Almost was a touchdown when we weren't on the air. So just an amazing game for the Bulldogs, and they take this one here in the 165th Stonington Westerly Thanksgiving Day football game, 56-14. What a matchup! What a game we had here this morning. And now we're going to get ready for our Coastal Graphics Bulldogs post-game show.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Testing. Hello. There we go. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Coastal Graphics post-game show. I don't know what happened there with the live view. We'll try to get that back in just a second. In the meantime, okay, something just happened there. In the meantime, Dave, I'm going to switch the camera to me. So here we go. Yep, it's over. Hold on, we're going to switch the camera over to me. This should be it. Nope. They didn't skip a quarter. It was a running clock. There we go. Hey, everybody. Oh, my God. Congratulations to the Bulldogs. This is the Coastal Graphics post-game show, and we are going to give out the Ed French & Son Player of the Game. We're also going to wait to hear the player of the game from Sports Open Mic from Ken Collins and Dan LaBelle. I mean, Greg, you can give out the Ed French & Son Player of the Game. Here, grab this, put this back on. Who do you got for the Ed French & Son Player of the Game? You can just hold it and talk for now.
You could have done it almost every game, but he came out like a trooper. He was hurting bad, and he tossed for 6 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
That is unheard of. That is incredible. And again, he's a junior. Landon Husero, you are my MVP for today. And you guys all have made my dinner taste better. You really have. I'm not lying. So thank you. And Ed French Player of the Game, Thanksgiving Day 2025, Landon Husero.
Awesome. Someone unplugged our camera equipment at Westerly High School, I just found out. Dave just texted me that he heard from Reed, and someone unplugged us at Westerly High School. So, fantastic. Guys, we're going to give you a full recap of who won what awards and all of that stuff later, and we will go through all of them on Saturday, both on Sports Open Mic and Sports Talk, and we'll have a preview of the voice box. The voice cast, which is a lot of fun with Greg Morano. Also, we can now officially make the designation that 321 everything got thrown off. 321 Kent County is officially a thing now. So John Parenti and Johnny Boots will be coming over to 321 for the basketball season, and we will be covering Coventry and West Warwick games. So the Okers and the Wizards, welcome. I know that for Westerly fans, there are some Westerly away games at both Coventry and West Warwick for basketball this year for the boys and girls. You will be able to see those on 321. And we want to say a big thank you to our new family members. We also want to say a huge congratulations to 321 Cranston, which launched today. Andrew Fiore, Andrew Onick, and Caleb Lupinacci did a fantastic job with that. Want to thank all of them who were up in Cranston today. Lisa Ornberg, Eric Korkowski, and Dan Intreri were in Cheraho today. And obviously, the only team that wasn't one of our home teams was East Greenwich, and they lost today. But Cranston West won, Westerly won, Cheraho won. Fantastic. Final score, Bears 14, Bulldogs 56. Bears 14, Bulldogs 56, and that is it. So, guys, thank you so much. I can't believe this. I cannot believe someone unplugged our equipment at Westerly High School. It is what it is. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for that. We'll talk to Greg.
Happy Thanksgiving to all. I hope everybody eats.
Oh, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
We're going to go back. I think we got him. All right, hold on. We're going back.
Bye, everybody.
All right, we have the ceremony. I'm switching my mic. We'll see you guys soon.
What number just got an award for Stonington? 55? Welcome back, everybody. We are live here on 321 Media, and we are getting the player recognitions, the offensive, defensive players of the game, and of course the MVP, as well as the presentation of the Thanksgiving Day trophy here at Salah Jerry Field. Just saw number 55, Thomas Lyon, for the Bears go up for an award. I don't necessarily know what award it was because we can't hear up there, but that's okay. We're going to shout him out anyway.
Well, yeah, they give out a lot of awards for Thanksgiving, rightfully so. I know the Carl Milmackey Awards. You get offensive player, defensive player of the game for each team, which is great. Gives everybody a chance. And then, of course, you have the trophy itself that will stay right here because this is the 8th year in a row now for the Bulldog. But a lot of awards given out, and a lot of tired players down there right now too, getting ready to go get that turkey.
Well, hey, it's a long season, the football season. These guys start all the way in June. A lot of them do a lot more off-season work than that. You know, going into January and pretty much the whole year. So it's a long time coming to get to this day. You can see Stonington and Westerly a little fatigued, but that turkey will taste good once they get back to wherever they're going to have Thanksgiving, dinner or early dinner here today. And just what a game! Bears. A little tough one here today, but they improved throughout the season this season. They had a little bit of a tough start. They ended up going 4-5, 4-6 with this loss here tonight. But Coach Massengale, the rest of their staff over there, did a great job because they were in this game early on. Yeah. Just too much of the Bulldogs' offense it ended up being. But they had the right game plan. They were ready to go for this game.
Yeah, just a couple. The Bulldogs score so quickly. They can score so quickly that, when you score and you're in the game, and then before you know it, there's 2 scores on the board. And it's tough to play with a team like that. I don't want to keep bragging about Westerly, but very seldom do you get a high school team, and they've been doing these games a long time, that you might have a great quarterback, you might have a great receiver, but when you get a team that's got 3 or 4 receivers, plus a quarterback, plus a running back that could very well be MVP of this game, you could probably name 3 people that could get that award. So when you've got all those weapons, it's just nearly impossible to stop them. And by the way, when I look over a portion of, I didn't look at all, the roster of Stonington, I did notice when Coach Massengale emailed me his starters, a lot of those guys on that starting team today are juniors. And they're going to be back.
Absolutely.
You know, and you're going to remember this game next year when you play over there in Stonington. So enjoy it now. You never know what's going to happen in the future. So, and look, you just mentioned it. Look at the records of the teams over a history of 165 games.
I'd be hard pressed to find any rivalry that is that close as far as wins and losses between both of the teams. It truly is unbelievable.
You know, we've been able to cover these games not only this year with 321 Media, but with also with ERI and BLQ down through the years, and it's been an honor really to be able to sit here and watch this, which we did today, and to look around now and see, the people around that stayed here for the awards also, and to get a chance to see the crowd that this game draws and the attention that not only the crowd of the game, but all year long. Well, I shouldn't say all year. Once it gets halfway through the season, then people start talking about it. You know that, and who do you think's going to win? You guys have seen. They usually ask us. You guys have seen them play. Who do you think? I don't know, because a game. I've seen games go both ways. I've seen games where a team would be 8-2, and the other team would be 2-8, and that 2-8 team would come in Thanksgiving Day, and it would look like they were the one that was 8-2. So anything can happen in a Thanksgiving Day football game, and that's what makes it so interesting. And I think that's what kept those games even most of the way, and they're just about even right now with who beat who. So it's just a great atmosphere to this game, and it's hats off to the community too that put this whole thing together. Really, it's unbelievable.
Well, and you see down there on the field right now, right? They just battled it out for however many minutes out there, 48 minutes, and the teams are right out there. They're celebrating a great holiday with one another. Obviously Stonington, you'd like to come out on the other end, but it brings both of these great communities together. And I started to put the pieces together as far as who has gotten the awards. I believe the offensive award went to Landon Husero. The defensive award for the Bulldogs went to Caleb Williams. The defensive award for the Stonington Bears, who had that 50-yard pick six in the first quarter, Christina for the Bears. And then the offensive player of the game for the Stonington Bears was Garrett Cooper, who had a really good end to this game for the Bears.
Yeah, he made a couple of fantastic catches. It's just so exciting to see, like you just mentioned, Dan, that after battling for a couple of hours out on that football field, that guys can shake hands and probably go out and have dinner tomorrow together. Yeah. And that's how the two, it's one community, really. It really is. And to be able to be part of it in a small way that I am, I certainly have been blessed to be able to do what I've done and to be part of a lot of these games. And it's just like I mentioned earlier during the broadcast where ABC came down here and did their morning segment from, at that time it was over at Stonington. And then how about last year with Mike Montecalvo from Channel 12? To me that was a great honor that they would think about coming down to not only do a piece on the game, but to mention me, the fact that I have been part of this for so long. I'm missing a few years, yes, but other than that, again, I can't say it enough that how blessed I've been to be able to do this and to be a part of it, because I've never played football, but it seems like I'm here every year, and this will wrap it up this year. But and what a way to wrap it up! I've done it with my son. I mentioned it earlier, and what a way to end it with a broadcast with my grandson. Dan
I appreciate that. I'm so grateful that I was able to be here with you today. I've gotten to do a lot of things with you so far. I hadn't gotten to do this, so it really has been my utmost pleasure, because I know what this game not only means to you, but to all of the members of the community, and it just gave me a lot of inspiration, because going through this past week, seeing the interactions that you had with everybody in both communities, you like to think of yourself as Westerly, but Westerly and Stonington people recognize what this man to my right has done for both communities as far as broadcasting, giving coverage to the game, and just giving a great voice and entertainment for all these Thanksgiving Day football games over the years. And I'm very grateful that I was able to be in the seat today with you, and that's another one off the bucket list, as I like to say. Very grateful. I want to shout out everybody over at 321, obviously, as well. Reed's up there. He did a great job for us on the camera. We had a few things happen, but he steadied the ship. I want to thank everybody back at the studio as well, Ben Barber, Dave DeAngelis. I want to shout out everybody who's on the road today as well, doing the other Thanksgiving Day games. I'm sure they're doing a great job. Andrew, Caleb, Eric Korokowski was doing the Charahoe game. Great family and great thing we're building over here at 321 Media.
And don't forget to tune in to Sports Open Mic on this coming Saturday. We have some breaking news that we're going to give you on Saturday. We'll be at Toscano's, one of our favorite stops for Sports Open Mic. That'll be this Saturday. So let's see. I guess that'll do it. 56-14 final score for Reed, for Ben, Dave DeAngelis, my grandson Dan. I'm Ken. Thanks for listening.
Media is about so much more than sports. It's about community. On 321 Media, you never have to miss a game. You can watch it on your phone, on your TV, and anywhere.